I'm the Autoarch.
And I'm Galactic. And welcome to Celestial Chaos. Okay,
Hello.
hey. This is gonna be a presentation about us. I'm Galactic.
And I'm the Auto Arc.
I know you kind of heard that in a little intro nonsense thing, but it's good to have the voices actually out there. Um,
Yeah.
and this is just gonna introduce you to who we are, and then later in the video, you're gonna get an expectation of what the podcast will be like. Um, I'll let uh I'll let the auto arc start with his likes and then I'll do my likes and stuff.
All right. So, like I said, I'm the Auto Arc, and I'm horrible at this. Likes. Okay. We got Minecraft. Yeah. I like Minecraft. It's a fun game. I've played it all my life. Food. I just like food. Cooking, actually, eating, and stuff like that. Sonic 101. I'm not gonna get too much into that because I just like Sonic lore. Um, we got my dislikes. Fortnite. I'm not gonna get too much into that. I don't like it, but I just don't like Fortnite that much. And Twitter. I'm gonna
Oh,
press on to Galactic.
hi. I'm the dude. So, I like food because I'm a skinny fat guy. Um and food is really good. I also find cooking to be enjoyable, but just food tastes good. Reading, I like stories. I like to hear about different stories. However, I have vision problems and have trouble reading. It's called snow vision syndrome. I'll let you look that up in your own time. Um, I also like D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. We did our first game a while ago. Wasn't that great, but I'm going to
Definitely
be
not.
hosting a game, and then the guy who hosted that previous game is going to be hosting it after. Um, I'm into psychology. I just find the way that people work to be interesting. That and it's important to understand that even the craziest of murderers and psychopaths all have their own train of thought and logic behind why they did things. Even if it's as simple as, oh, I'm panicking, quickly hide the evidence. Spice. I love spicy food. I don't know why. If I were to guess, I'm gonna I'm gonna say Mexican heritage just because. Um, but it's spicy food. How can you not like spice?
Good
I
point.
also am very interested in medieval MMA or swordsmanship in general. My favorite game's Blade and Sorcery, for instance. Um, but I love medieval MMA in the concept of martial combat, but more sometimes honorable combat. I love horror movies, horror media in general, but mainly horror movies. Um, my favorite is probably The Conjuring. Uh, Maybe The Exorcist, but those are really just because they are the first like horror movies I've seen, and that's why I have a connection to them. Dislikes. I don't like people. Uh, like I'll socialize with people, but I don't like people in general. I have a very low opinion of humanity in general. Um, if you want my evidence as to why, you should check out Reddit sometime. Um, Romance movies. I don't like romance movies. I I find it to be an extremely unrealistic view of what a relationship is, and I get that that's
Oh yeah.
sort of the whole draw of them, but you can still have semi-realism while having a more fantasy. Hey, this is a very good life. But they just go full hard in princess knight in shining armor. Except for they do it in the modern day, so it just looks like nonsense. Anyway, Moving
I do
on
agree with that.
very swiftly.
Mhm.
Favorites. I'll let Bryce start on this one.
All right. So we got favorite. My fave game, like I said, is Minecraft. Love it. I've been playing it literally my entire life. Um, I just love it. My one of my favorite songs is I found this recently, like this year. Um, is "Who Can It Be Now" by Man at Work. I love that song. It actually is like it is a bop. All right, it's a bop. Okay, we got my favorite food items, or some of them at least. We got lime rice, with chicken. Specific meal that I used to sometimes eat. Love it. Perfect. It's a perfect combination. And we got mac and cheese. Who doesn't love mac and cheese? We got some of my favorite shows. We got Supernatural. I love supernatural stuff in general. We got Lucifer. We got Half Moon Hotel. We got Gravity Falls. Bluey. Bluey.
I forgot
Bluey.
that was in there.
um, Bluey. I do actually like the show. I know everyone would be like it's a kids show, but I feel like it's a show in general, not really made specifically for kids. And we got Bones. I just like how they do it and stuff like that. We got some self quotes. Now, do not question this. This is we are we are chaotic, and this is just part of that. Don't ask, okay? My hentai rule. So context. I will not be given. No, you will not get context. Sorry, classic.
just just know that our group needs your help. Um,
Yeah, we're
I
group parts.
already said
We're
this,
deal happen.
but my favorite game is Blade and Sorcery. Um, I do not want to explain why, as I feel I will be heavily judged, but I do also just like to practice the swordsmanship and sort of practice technique and refine all that stuff. I do try to use every weapon that I can. I very much love medieval mega pack, but I also like to do archery and stuff. My favorite album is Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses. I, in general, really like
Help you.
old classic, old classic rock. Um, but I also will listen to like Sabaton, for instance. Um, favorite
Yeah.
food. I split it into categories because I just eat a general wide range of food. Um, first favorite category, I love breakfast food. Breakfast food, good food. Second, Mexican food. Oh, Mexican food's good. I don't feel the need to
You get
explain.
hit with you
I don't feel
spice,
the
man.
need to explain
Spice.
myself. If you've had Mexican food, you know that shit can be really good.
Oh
There's
yeah.
another thing is
I
Taco
love
Bell
Mexican.
does not count as Mexican food. Anyway, third category, Chinese food. I really like Chinese food. Um, Panda Express isn't like really that Chinese, but I do like that as well. Um, but there are some other restaurants around my area that I eat that are actually Chinese. Um, really good food. I also this is not Chinese but Asian in general. Um, I want to try Korean barbecue. I've never been to a Korean barbecue place, but I really want to try it. Favorite movie, The Conjuring. Again, I, The Conjuring definitely isn't the best horror movie out there. I'm aware of that, but it was one of the first that I've seen, so I just have a connection to it. Favorite self quote. I say two jumbo cheese dogs. What does healthy mean?
Yeah.
I do like American food too. There is an extent to that. It's more just because it is very easily accessible.
Yeah. Like, just don't question that stuff, man. Okay. Anyways, we got hobbies. Like I said, gaming. I play games a lot. I love games. Um, they're probably the only reason I actually met Galactic and my the rest of our friend group. We got reading. Love reading. Some of my favorite books, may I add. We got some Wings of Fire. Fire. It's a Fire series. All right. If you haven't read it, I would definitely at least recommend checking it out. It's a good series. Has like 3 arcs, I think. We got drawing. Love drawing. I'm not good at it. I suck at it, as a matter of fact, but I still like it. It's a nice thing to do if you have anything else other to do. Yeah. We got some interest. We got food. We're cooking. Once again, cooking is just nice. It's fun. It can be calming. I'm actually gonna add an extra interest, as I actually didn't put it in here, but I actually like gardening.
Mm.
It's once again calming. It's fun. You can do a lot. You can be extremely creative with the stuff. I've seen gardens that are insane. That look beautiful. So hell. We
I
got
used
game
to
design.
I used to garden with my mom when I was younger, and we have some jalapeno plants that I personally eat.
Yeah. We got game design. Like I said, I love video games.
The
Video
awkward
game.
silence.
So game design, I like it. Like I said, I play video games a lot. So game design has been an interest of mine. Almost, I'm gonna go to college to do to get game design work. You know what I mean? Anyways, glad your turn.
You're gonna go to college for game development. Got it.
Yes, thank you.
My hobbies include gaming, as everyone on this platform should. I like writing games. That is a very vague meaning, but I don't have the expertise to actually create a video game, nor do I currently have the money to hire a team to do so for me. But I do plan to do that in the future. Um, so for now, I'm just going to create a bunch of ideas for games, and meaning like full development, including even things down to here's the handheld weapons that should be in the game. Now, is some of that stuff to change? Yeah, probably, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Um, Warhammer 40k. I really like Warhammer. My first army I was going to get was a Necron army. However, a coworker made a deal with me, and we bought the Leviathan box. He got the Space Marine half. I got the Tyranid half. So I am actively assembling my Tyranids. Interest. I like cooking. I like cooking. Cooking is fun, and it's very calming thing to do when you're not burning the house down. It can be very calming.
Yeah.
Uh, Game design. I'm very interested in game design. Again, I can't do much in the form of like programming, but I have a decent amount of knowledge on game design as well as some stuff on cinematography to give input that I think would be good for a video game. Um, Science. I'm very interested in science. I really like science on a broad scale, whether it be space, biology, um, chemistry to an extent, also machining. That isn't really science, but it kind of can work with science. History. I'm kind of a history buff, sort of. Um, I really like World War II, World War One, and medieval times, mainly medieval times. That's where a lot of my stuff comes in is medieval times. Like I can tell you stuff about the first castles and how they actually looked like towers and we're pretty small. But um, moving on, medical
Okay.
issues. We are very
Yeah.
special folk. Um, and I
Yeah.
see that Bryce has added ADHD maybe to his list of medical issues. I will let him go through that stuff.
Yeah. So as you see, first we have Asperger's. It's not called that anymore. Uh, by now it literally is just autism spectrum disorder. It's literally what it's based on now. It's I don't I,
Yeah,
either
it's
it's
like
called that or it's literally just
type 1 or something.
something like
Gotcha.
that. See, you're gonna put ADHD maybe if you. I'm not entirely sure if I have it or not.
I
Um,
I I would
I
say that the symptoms of Asperger's and autism in general um fall under ADHD as well. So that's
yeah.
my input on that, but
So maybe it might be my Asperger's or it might just be ADHD that's caused like part of it of the reason why I am. I got and last one I got social anxiety. I don't like talking to people. It's scary. I don't.
his social
It's
anxiety
scary.
has been kind of prevalent throughout this video. That's just what happens. It's
Exactly.
fine. We'll get over it eventually. Oh,
Eventually, I mean, like
eventually. I
during the
have
video. Anyway.
I have ADHD. Pretty bad. I my ADHD in general isn't that bad. I don't have the hyper part really either anymore. However, I have strong sensory issues. Um, so for instance, another thing, ADHD is described as a lack of focus, but in reality, it's more like focusing on everything at once. Hence why people with ADHD can hyper focus on specific things if they are interested in that or just at random times out of their control. For me, I have to be interested in the thing usually, but I also have sensory issues. So, I have really good hearing, like enhanced hearing. That sounds kind of cool at first. Oh, it's super hearing, sure. Um, and it can be useful, but for the most part, it is just a pain. I was gonna finish that, but I don't feel like getting demonetized on the first. Not demonetized, taken down for saying bad stuff. Anyway, then we want to keep this semi-friendly. I'm having a stroke. Anyway,
Family friendly. Yes, yes.
uh,
Hmm.
yeah. So, I kind of can't like block out noise, so I hear everyone's conversation at the same volume, which is why I don't like crowds. Speaking of not liking crowds, on to social anxiety. I have really, really bad social anxiety. I get it from my mother. Um, and so I will get extremely anxious. And one of the things that I did fairly recently is I scratched a new scar into my arm because one of my anxious habits is to scratch my arm. It's not fun. Anxiety is not good. Neither are anxiety attacks. I also have
Man, mine
asthma.
aren't that bad.
Asthma is rough. Asthma isn't usually that rough, but it can become very rough. Um, the thing about asthma is my personal asthma, I don't have to use like inhalers all the time. However, allergens trigger my asthma for the most part if I run the mile without any break or just going to jogging for a little bit, just straight full dead sprinting, then yeah, that'll give me an asthma attack. Um, Same thing with cats. I'm very allergic to cats. So this is a hypothetical situation, but if I were to rub my face into a cat, it would give me an asthma attack. And then if I didn't wash it off immediately, eventually, after probably an hour, maybe a couple minutes, I have no clue what the time is. Um, I would die. I am deadly allergic to cats. Also, pretty allergic to the outside world. so I am getting allergy shots for all that. Tachycardia. My heart rate is generally faster than most people's heart rates, and at random time it'll be out of rhythm. Sometimes it's for longer than
Jesus.
others. Again, the same thing with the asthma. Long periods of very rough exercise will cause my heart to just randomly stop, like, not stop beating, but stop beating in the way it's supposed to. And it'll just go out of rhythm for a while, and it can be painful. Um, Snow vision
Jesus.
syndrome. Snow vision syndrome is an interesting one because some people have it way, way worse than me. I do not notice snow vision syndrome usually unless I am thinking about it. But for me, it is like colored little dots, very tiny dots. Um, in fact, the same sizing as what you see if you're looking at a monitor and can see like the pixels on a monitor. In fact, I'm wondering if that's actually why I have snow vision syndrome. It could be, could not be, but it's very similar. And again, it's usually not that noticeable. However, if I'm reading, it can become very hard because high contrast colors like black on white, aka a book, um, cause issues, and like the text kind of starts to meld together, sort of like being dyslexic, but I'm not dyslexic. It's just no vision syndrome. Um, Moving on, we have
Right,
podcast
Tyler?
goals. I will let Bryce start
Yep.
so that I can take a drink and rest my voice.
Good idea. Um, so I we have goals for this, and as you can see, it's not a lot. They're pretty good ones. We got make a Discord server when we are able to, and we have like a bit of a following. We will make a Discord server, solely for people of our community to vi- shut up. um, and so our community could get together and hang out, chat, learn about updates from us, learn what new videos are out. Uh, I also want to add on here, we might make like, actually, no, never mind. Well, I'll talk to Galactic here about that. Um, we want to have interaction between viewers and podcasts. One of the things we're going to be doing on this podcast is at the end of each one, we're going to have, if you want, there is going to be questions from viewers at the end of them, and we will answer them. It'll be kind of like a small Q&A at the end, or something like that. We're gonna try to keep a good schedule. Um, we want to have a good schedule, as scheduling things correctly and having a good one could help with creating these podcasts. Um,
Currently, a schedule isn't really decided, but we're thinking maybe once a week. Maybe.
yeah, maybe once a week, something like that.
We have a
Um,
lot going on in our lives. Or I have an extremely large amount of things going on in my life right now. Just kind of a rough year. Really, like two or
yeah.
a couple of years. Um, I don't want to get into that for both privacy reasons and it's just not fun. Um, but keeping a consistent schedule may have some difficulties sometimes due to things that we have to go to, like mandatory. For instance,
Yeah.
I have a job that's gonna cause some issues sometimes. Um, anyway,
Yeah. You see, both me and him have no politics. We don't want to bring that stuff up. It's a very sensitive topic. It can bring a lot of hatefulness and stuff like that from people, and I just don't want to talk about it. I also don't know I don't know much about it, anyways, so I don't want to talk about it. It's also on his says including anti-LGBTQ plus or LGBTQ plus.
yeah,
That's just part of the politics reason. We just don't want to talk about anything that's really sensitive. and that has a very, you know, yes, it's
Yeah.
extremely sensitive. Um,
Even if my views may align with what someone says, I still don't want it to be said, and I will probably delete that post just because it's just not, it doesn't create a good atmosphere to have politics and stuff.
yeah. Anyways,
Um
I'm going to pass off to Galactic now.
yeah, and that's kind of a part of my first thing. Have a healthy community. Having no politics is kind of part of having a healthy community. I have found that politics in general can tear apart communities, including families, um, which
Oh my.
I don't expect to be an issue for our podcast, but who knows? Um, but like, so we're probably not going to touch on more sensitive topics. We might in the like podcast, but I doubt it. I kind of want to stay away from that because I don't want to say anything that's like, oh, I'm pro Black Lives Matter or I'm anti Black Lives Matter. I don't want to go either direction with that because that causes chaos for both sides of that argument. Roles for older members. I'm thinking that maybe if you're like a member who has been with the channel for maybe a specific amount of time, maybe just varied amount of times, you might get a role, hopefully. This would be more for the Discord server, but I guess it also could apply to YouTube. Maybe. Not sure if there's a system with that. I think I'm just thinking of
Uh,
the Twitch system, but
no, there's YouTube memberships. They do
oh
that.
yeah, I
Have something like
guess.
that.
Um, but the basic idea of that would be, oh hey, you've been here from the start of the channel all the way to you've been here for a year, you've been here for 2 years, stuff like that. It may be more
Yeah,
varied than that. It might be you've been here for a year, you've been here for 5 years, but we'll see.
yeah.
Channels don't usually last that long, so. Eh.
Huh. Um,
Tags.
we on to tags. Woo.
I believe this is the last
All right.
slide, which is good.
Yeah. So we got some fan art tags. This is for anywhere that has fan art, like Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. You know what I mean? They are like it's hashtag Celestial Chaos FA, meaning fan art, or shortened version of it, hashtag CCFA. I have no idea if anything, if anyone else uses that. I have no idea.
Probably,
But
but
it's
I don't know. It also be
it
good for other
just to be
things.
safe. Yeah. We got fan names. When you first join the server, you most likely will get a role called Stargazers, or you're a Stargazer. Um, it's pretty much just what the fan base you guys would be called,
In
pretty much.
general, I
Yeah.
find it to be a lot more personal than just generally calling you guys chat. This isn't exactly Twitch
Yeah.
after all. Um, um, but I with the fan art thing, I don't really have Twitter, so I don't know how much that will come into specific things. Um, but maybe like deviant art, which is not really deviant art is like deviant art has a reputation, but there's also some actually cool things on deviant art too.
Yeah.
Um, I
There's,
don't
there's also
know
Instagram.
many other platforms. Um,
Mm.
I guess maybe Reddit. I have a Reddit
Yeah,
account. I just generally
so do
don't use
I.
it just because I don't really have any
I
reason to so far.
I have Reddit and I do use it. So if you want to use Reddit, just it will probably be found. Just pretty much that if you have it on any website, most likely we'll see it. But there is a chance where we just don't see it because we don't get on there. Then we got a stream tag. I have no idea what that is. Like, do you want to talk about
A stream tag would be, for instance, we probably won't stream. But a stream tag would be if you go on Twitch and look up this tag, you will get us. Um, Another case will
that?
probably be used is we'll probably use it for our YouTube videos. Um, because YouTube's the website we're going to be using for the podcast, as far as we know. Um, unless we can find
We might
another.
try to go with like Spotify.
We might try some other things.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Music, like
Do
that.
podcasts on SoundCloud. Anyway,
You could.
we
There you
could
go. When
actually.
did
I'm joking, but we could. Um,
Yeah.
but it will probably just be an easy way just to find us on whatever platforms we're using. Um,
Yeah.
I cannot remember what the ST is. Oh, stream tag. Never mind. I remembered what the
Yeah.
ST is. Uh, another thing.
Yeah.
This is touching on the fan art again. I don't know what we'll really get. I don't expect that tag to be used much, but it might be used if we come up with some dumb scenario in one of our episodes. I don't know. Um,
Yeah. Uh,
Bryce, do you have anything to add on tags?
I don't really believe so. Um, I I don't really think anything else like that. Yeah, I don't know.
If there's anything that we have to say regarding any of the tags, they'll probably be said in a later podcast episode anyway. Um,
Yeah.
but that's more of a oh hey we changed our mind type of thing. Also if there's something drastic like that, we might put it in like the community post section. Uh,
Yeah.
I
Maybe on
haven't messed
Twitter,
I
Reddit.
haven't messed with the community post section much, but it's probably where stuff will be located.
Right,
Um,
so that was our about us. Oh.
yeah, that's what
Uh.
I was about to do. So you carry on.
Oh. Okay. This is pretty much that. This is a bit. This was only about us. Pretty much. The only reason we're really doing this type of stuff, is to kind of help you understand why we do things in the actual way we do. Um, and when we're talking about things stuff like that, this celestial chaos podcast is going to be chaotic. It's going to be a little crazy sometimes.
You've kind of
Um,
seen that throughout just this small portion. we
yeah.
it's going to get worse, especially because there's probably going to be a point where we say screw it and just say stuff. I'm being very
Yeah.
careful about what words I am saying right now. But
Oh yeah, I am.
that may change in the future. Uh, um,
Yeah. Maybe we'll do like more like I don't know something.
just keep in mind, I'm pretty sure it's first 7 seconds of a YouTube video you can't say swear words.
Maybe be very careful with those ones. But after that, free
After that,
reign. No.
probably not. We'll try to avoid that language, but it'll probably come up. Also,
Yeah.
another thing about ADHD, I'm very impulsive, so sometimes I just say stuff. Um, some of it is a bit more um nonsense and not really that appropriate, but sometimes you'll get random stuff like one of the words that I say, I don't know why I say this, but I just say it sometimes, is cheese. I don't know why cheese in particular, but cheese is a
Cheese is
thing that I
good.
say. Yes, cheese, I guess.
All right. um, I think we should segue on to what to expect in our podcast. Like I said, we're gonna be very chaotic, so expect just out of nowhere for us to go from one topic to another to have no relation at all. Like we could be talking about Transformers, then out of nowhere talking about freaking flowers.
I don't know how about that specific example, but we'll find a way.
Yeah, you know,
um,
yeah, yeah. It's just an example. Anyways,
yeah,
um,
he has Asperger's. I have ADHD. Um, that means there's a bit of chaos string theory to our trains of thought.
yeah, yeah.
Because it's just
Man,
like
um,
I might be talking about I don't know tacos, and then I think of how I saw a Toyota Tacoma that had a taco on it. So then I might be thinking about Toyotas and trucks, and then that'll lead me to Ford has trucks. And then I'll think about
Man,
the Ford thing, where Ford gave a bunch of hydrogen powered cars to a town. And then we'll be talking about hydrogen power and stuff. And then we'll move on to nuclear reactors, or maybe even space and the sun. I have no clue.
yeah. For example, when he said Toyota, my brain went straight to actual toy Yoda, the freaking uh,
Oh yeah, yeah. Cause I
yeah.
was drawing a real example in that Toyota truck thing. We were driving in town and there was this truck. It was a Toyota Tacoma, but it was a picture of a taco, and that was for the Tacoma. But it said toy, and then it was just a picture of Yoda.
Oh my god.
Yeah, toy Yoda Tacoma.
Uh, it's like that one Vine where it's like the sun comes out and he's like, "Oh, I got a Toyota." He goes outside, the actual toy Yoda in the parking spot.
Hold on, let me check my
uh,
soundboard so I can find the Yoda death scream. There we go. uh,
Anyways,
a perfect
um,
example
like,
of nonsense chaos string theory.
there you
that
go. Yeah, look
that
at
is what to expect.
it.
Uh,
Our
another
layout
thing,
of the pretty much layout.
you go first.
Okay. Well, what is like? I was going to talk about the rest of like what we're going to do in the podcast.
Oh, okay. So I guess I'll talk first then. Um,
Okay.
because I just wanted to mention real quick. Uh, he knows stuff that is more like, oh hey, here's some Sonic lore information. Um, so I don't know if that'll come up, but it might. It very well might. I don't know.
Oh,
Um,
it
there
probably
was a there
will.
was a time where Bryce and I watched videos on Sonic games for a little bit, and he discussed Sonic lore to me. And Sonic gives me a headache. Specifically, I believe it's Sonic '06.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Sonic
that
'06 gave me a
game.
headache, and I actually needed to get ibuprofen. Um, so
Yeah. For context, we watched Tear. I think it's Tear of Grace or Tears of Grace.
Tear of Grace, I
I
think. I don't
sometimes
know.
it's
I don't
yeah.
watch him. You're the one who
He
watches
played.
him.
Yeah, me and him watched Tear of Grace play all the Sonic games like Sonic Adventure, Sonic Boom, and stuff like that. Sonic
Yeah,
06. Uh,
it was something. Um,
anyways, um, so pretty much the like structure of the podcast, I guess, is what we'll say, is topic. Like I said, very beginning, we talk about topics that we just come up with, and then we spiral out of control. Maybe I don't know, like we just did.
yeah.
And then we'll move on near the end of it. Move on to a maybe in the middle, either the end or the middle. Um, do a reading of "Am I the A-hole?" is on Reddit. Just read a story, and then we'll talk about it.
Oh, oh, I thought we were gonna do "Am I an a-hole" for completely different episodes, but
Oh, we could do that too. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to discuss that.
Yeah, we'll
Um,
discuss that one.
yeah, we'll discuss that
And at the
after.
end,
Uh,
and then at the end of the video, like I said, we're gonna do like the little Q&A thing where you send questions and we answer them.
I'm not
Um,
expecting to get any Q&A for like 2 to 3 months, but hey, maybe we'll get. I don't know if lucky's the right word. Um,
yeah.
surprised, and there'll be a question in like maybe a week or two. I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
oh wait, if we're doing this weekly, maybe there'll be a question in like 5 weeks. Uh,
Yeah.
but
Obviously,
we'll
also you don't
figure it
have to
out.
add. You don't have to send questions. You can just watch it. That's
Yeah,
fine.
the Q&A is more
Um.
just a for fun thing to allow viewer interaction if you want to. Um,
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe the question thing will end up being the same as "Am I the asshole?" Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. Man, that would be interesting. Anyway, um, let me just check it. Okay. Um, yeah. So our basic like structure will be, and he kind of discussed on this, but I want to make it like a more clear thing. We're going
Yeah.
to pick a topic for an episode, and that will be our starting topic. It's just a Kickstarter, and then after that, it's it's who knows what will happen for the rest of the
Yeah.
episode.
Who knows?
We might start at that topic and then move on to the backrooms. Who knows? Um, Maybe the backrooms will be the topic. I don't know. Uh,
Yeah.
Probably not, but it could be. I don't. Who knows?
That'd be a really cool topic,
Yeah, that might
actually.
be a cool topic to actually check out. Write that down. Write that down. Um,
All right. All right.
yeah, but it'll probably be like I don't know. AI art is one of our topics that we're gonna discuss at some point. So that'll be a fun episode. Who knows where that'll go to? But AI art might be a discussion on AI in general. It probably will be, because I have very
Wow.
interesting research on AI and cybernetics, actual cybernetics. Um,
Yeah.
but our general topic idea will kind of bounce around. Some of it will be more of an intellectual discussion, others will be nonsense. Uh, it might even be stuff that doesn't completely exist but is interesting to discuss, like Minecraft lore, which is a nightmare. Um,
Because we technically have lore, but we have to kind of make it.
but we're drawing on nonsense resources, and probably that
Exactly.
one book that has the creeper with the TNT.
The
Um,
bestiary, bestiary,
Mobstiary.
bestiary.
I don't know. Um, yeah. So that's what's kind of to be expected. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't think I am, but I might be.
The Reddit. And all right,
No.
we have to turn right now.
Yeah, we kind of talked
Um.
about that. Hmm.
Uh.
I don't know.
Well, extra thing to add. If you don't look or don't question the shorts area, I do not know what that is. I don't. Don't ask
Don't look
me.
at the shorts area. It's just a little bit of trolling. Don't look at it.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh.
we probably won't actually upload any real shorts. Probably. We might, but I doubt it. Um,
Mm,
and I already touched on this, but again, keep in mind our topics are going to vary in terms of intellectual capacity. Um,
yeah.
Sometimes I might use big words that don't mean anything to normal people. And I have to question why I know them. And it makes me question my sanity. Or other times, we might use nonsense words like breakfast instead of breakfast. But who
Yeah.
knows? You might even see a little bit of swouse. Who knows? Um,
Whamps.
or just yeah. Well,
Whamps.
um, we have plans for guest episodes. We don't know, like we plan to bring on guests, but we don't have any planned topics for guest episodes. Um,
Yeah.
but
And that episode might not happen for maybe years, maybe a year,
maybe,
couple. I
who
don't
knows? It could be next week.
know.
It probably. I'm that it will not be next
Definitely
week.
not.
Yeah,
Definitely not.
no, it won't
I
be.
want to say that episodes might be over gameplay of one of us playing a game.
That's what I was
I
supposed to topic on. I forgot to do it, but yeah.
Yeah. The only I have a reason. He probably has a different reason. I don't know what his reason is. But if I want to talking over video games kind of helps us actually think more, like on the topic, and help us like not stray as far. We might still stray. It's gonna happen, 100%.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna still
What happened?
stray, but I we have very similar reasons. Some people would argue even the same reason, but I just kind of want because gameplay. The human body needs to do something. We like to do things. Now the human brain, on the other hand, we are lazy, but we're supposed to do things. We're supposed to do things. So actively fiddling even makes us think better. So we're going to do games, probably more simple games as opposed to like Helldivers or something, where it
Yeah,
is just
like mine,
complete action all the time. It might be something like maybe Minecraft, maybe. That might be one of the
Minecraft,
games.
Astroneer. Yeah.
Yeah, Astroneer. Just games where it's simple. It may not be all this same for all the games, but it'll probably generally
Yeah.
be a simple resource collection and then maybe some building, general planning. Who
Yeah.
knows? That's not going to be the main
Um.
focus of the video. It'll just be there, and it will help
Yeah.
give for people who want to have it on the side of their screen. Maybe you have two monitors. You want to have it on the side while you're doing something. It'll be something to
Yeah.
look at. Who knows? But
I mean, you listen
you
to
don't
you.
need it though.
Yeah. One more thing. We both have actual YouTube channels. Mm. The auto arc is actually short for the automatic architect, and that's what my YouTube name is the automatic architect. Pretty much, it's just survival sandbox based games like Minecraft, Terraria, Scrap Mechanic, uh, Astrodeer, Task Factor, stuff like that.
I go by Galactic, but my full channel name is Galactic Gaming. Um, that one might be
Wifey.
harder to find. When I started my YouTube channel, I was one of, I believe, two Galactic Gamings. Um, but now that is very different. There is like 16 of them.
I'm pretty sure
Probably a lot
still to
worse
this
now.
day,
But
mine to this day is still like the only one. I've searched it, stuff like that.
who
And
knows? Maybe
it's still
there's
be
a
kind of hard to
mystery
find.
figure. Um,
Probably
who knows?
no.
Um, in terms of logos, mine is white background, blue rocket ship. Um, and
Yeah,
it's with
mine
like
is.
surrounding text. I made mine. I made his. His will be a black background with a red bull that has like
I
hammers
think a
instead of
hammer
horns.
and yeah, it
Um,
almost and it's like around the automatic architect is underneath it in a weird font.
yeah.
It's kind of hard to read.
Eh,
We also might just link our channel in the description of this video just to make it
um,
easier, or maybe in like even in the about us section.
yeah. So I'm thinking that we should probably upload this on both our channels and Celestial Chaos, just because it's that first trailer episode. Um,
Yeah,
however, every channel will be linked in the description of said video. Um,
yeah,
not
and
not every episode will be uploaded on every channel. It's just this one.
yeah, or maybe like a special video. We might have multiple channels just because.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Um,
Doubt it.
maybe
Who knows?
yeah. Yeah, so this is what to expect. All right, they oh wait, actually, before I briefly end
Well, actually,
videos, we have shut up. We have no idea how long might be. Might be an hour, hour and a half, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 2 hours. We don't know.
yeah.
Um,
For instance, I have no clue how long this video has been going for. Uh,
we'll find out.
yeah, we're gonna find out when we go to edit it. Especially because there was that period where his Bluetooth disconnected, and that lasted a lot longer than it should have. And I don't think it was actually that large amount of time, but it just felt like it, just because there was
It was
nothing
probably
going
like
on.
3 minutes. I
Yeah,
have no idea.
maybe even less. Who knows? But
Yeah,
um,
yeah, but that's about.
that's pretty much it. Um,
Yeah,
I can't really think of much else. I would advertise my channel, but I don't really do anything on it anymore. Um, just because I didn't find it to be that I didn't find it to be working. Just because I'm not really I work better when I'm playing games with other people and when I'm talking with other people. I'm very out of my shell
Yeah.
right now, and that is not my usual attitude. I'm generally quiet in my videos just because I'm not talking around other people and usually don't have a specific topic to talk about.
Yeah. I'm slightly different where my videos might be more I talk a little too much, maybe a little loud. Um, but right now there's nothing on my channel. Absolutely nothing. There probably will almost never be nothing. I don't know. I
My channel
get
has so
tired
much
of
shit
games.
of.
I might get. I usually get tired of games a lot, so I probably wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I'll
Anyways,
shut down this later.
that's about it. I don't think there's really anything else we could talk about. Like I said, on things, you know, we might stream, we might.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
if this is going
just
to be
people.
streamed on Twitch. I kind of doubt it, but it might be. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, I do kind
Um,
of feel like streaming right
I feel like streaming, but at the same time, again, there was that Bluetooth disconnect, and we're kind of rambling, so uh,
Yeah,
maybe it'd be better
this
not
ending
to.
you might not. You might just skip this ending part because we're
I
rambling
mean,
now.
yeah, honestly, there's a
Yeah.
lot of this you could skip. You probably could have skipped at tags. Who knows? But it's the end
Mm-hmm.
of the video. Do whatever. Uh, one
It's
side
another
note is
video.
we should kind of hurry up because our friends are bothering us to go play games with them. So
Freaking Helldiver.
it's okay. You
Yeah.
gotta do it for democracy. Uh,
Exactly, bro.
exactly.
Exactly. Anyways, I guess see you guys later then. Uh, can't wait to do more do our episodes of podcast. Be so much fun. I'm
Yeah.
chaotic.
All right. That's the end of the video. Bye
Alright.
bye.
Goodbye.